This is the news on the hour on Providence Television International. You are welcome. I am Ugbebo Ikekwa. President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday in Abuja flagged off the Touch of Unity movement for the 22nd National Sports Festival, the Gateway Games, which will be held in Ogun State from May 16th to 30th, 2025. At the brief ceremony held at the forecourt of the State House, Abuja, President Tinubu described sports as a unifying force and a catalyst for youth engagement, national cohesion, and economic growth. The president called on the public and private sectors to actively contribute to Nigerian sports development, particularly in infrastructure expansion, talent identification, athlete nurturing, and sponsorship of sporting events. Amid speculations that some parties are already forming a coalition to tackle President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 elections, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the leader of the main opposition party and presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential elections, has said that he has not made up his mind to run for president in the next election. Alhaji Atiku, who is a strong member of the coalition movement, is perceived by many Nigerians as relatively too old to run for presidency, and as such is being advised in many quarters to support a much younger person. Providence Television International will bring you more on this development in our subsequent newscast. The Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, has rejected the petition to recall suspended Senator Natasha representing Kogi Central Senatorial District. In a statement signed by the National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, the commissioner disclosed that the petitioners did not provide their contact addresses, telephone numbers, and email addresses in the covering letter forwarding the petition as provided in Clause 1 of INEC's regulations and guidelines. The commission reassured the public that it will be guided by legal framework for recall, emphasizing that speculations and insinuations in the social media should be discountenanced. Dr. Emmanuel Egariva, a public analyst and commentator, has called on the federal government to be compassionate in its dealings with the masses. Dr. Egariva made the appeal during an interview session on Providence Television International. He emphasized that Nigerians are presently going through tough times, stating that once compassion is applied as a tenet of good governance, anti-people policies will be a thing of the past. The media practitioner enjoined politicians to live up to their responsibility of representing the interest of their constituents instead of amassing wealth at the expense of the impoverished populace.
Okay. Taylor in Liberia, all of that. Hitler. Stuff. So we know them. Well, we also know the good ones. Yeah, Lincoln, for instance, in the United States. Yes, they are there. Mahatma Gandhi. These are people who love their countries, who love their citizens. Yes, in Nyerere. Yes, Obafemi Awolowo. They are there, and history can never forget them. On the other side, history too will not forget the other people because they are there on the wrong side of history. So they will always be remembered for the wrong reasons anyway. So, but my appeal is that leaders should try as much as possible to show compassion. Compassion also translates to mean that what the people want, you give them because you are in a position to do it. If the people want good roads, give them good roads. If they want water and genuinely you are in charge, and you know you can provide water for them. That's why government is in place. So it's compassion all the time. Okay. Yes.
Okay. You talked about failure to the Bishop of the Diocese of Lagos West Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Olushola Odedeji, has described skill acquisition as a vital tool in combating poverty and economic hardship in Nigeria. The bishop made a remark on Tuesday at the graduation of the pioneer students of the Vocational and Skills Acquisition Center of the Diocese in Ipaja, Lagos. Speaking at the event, the bishop emphasized the importance of equipping individuals with practical skills rather than offering financial handouts. Nigeria's hopes of reaching the 2026 World Cup in the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico suffered another setback on Tuesday with a potentially damaging 1-1 draw against Zimbabwe in Uyo. After enduring a frustrating first half, Victor Osimhen broke the deadlock for Nigeria in the 74th minute. However, the team couldn't hold down their one-goal lead as Zimbabwe equalized in stoppage time. Coach Eric Shelley named an unchanged starting lineup from last Friday's 2-0 win against Rwanda, but the team failed to display teamwork and also lacked urgency in front of a packed Godswill Akpabio International Stadium. The Nigeria Chess Federation has announced that it will host the International Chess Federation Zone 4.2 Championship for the first time in Lagos this year from March 31st to April 9th. The Chess Championship will bring together 12 West African nations in a fierce showdown for regional supremacy at the City Heights Luxury Hotel in Ikeja. Nigeria's Abdulrahim Akintoye is the defending champion of the tournament after he produced a splendid performance at supremacy at the 2024 edition held in Monrovia, Liberia. According to the vice president of the Nigeria Chess Foundation, Prince Adeyinka Adewole, Nigeria will be joined by other countries like Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Togo, Senegal, Cape Verde, Gambia, Ivory Coast, Mali, and Burkina Faso. And to the exchange rates, one United States dollar is equivalent in naira is now 1,547, and 1 euro 1,669. 1 British pound now stands at 1,994, and 1 Canadian dollar is present equivalent in naira is 1,084. And that's the news on the hour. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned.